cosplaying as Deathstroke.
Very interesting. I like the work that you put into your costume. So tell me, how long have you been doing cosplay for?
About 2 years now. This is my 5th cosplay. I've done Green Arrow, Spider-Man, The Flash, Roxas from Kingdom Hearts, and quite a few actually. I also did Punisher as well, and I have a few planned. I want to do Cyclops from the X-Men, probably Wolverine at some point, Human Torch, and then there's a whole lot I want to do. I also want to do Sora and Disney characters, what have you.
That's awesome. It's always nice to have a big variety of things that you'd want to be when it comes to cosplaying. So tell us, how did you get into the cosplay? Like, what inspired you to start?
Well, actually, so when I started watching Arrow when it first came out, I saw I think season 3 had this really cool costume, and it looked a lot like like a cross between the comics version and the one they already had. And I was like, I really want to dress up like that. And then I found out that Stephen Amell was going to appear at Heroes and Villains Fan Fest, and actually went to the first one of those in San Jose, and that was 2 years ago, and that's when I sort of started, so I had the cosplay done by that time, and yeah.
Okay, that's real interesting. So tell us, how much prep work do you usually put into your costumes?
A lot of times it's a matter of sewing or gathering materials. A lot of times if you're smart, you can, make your own without having to spend too much. It doesn't always have to cost a lot of money. On certain fabrics, though, you might have to spend more, but that can also result in a more comfortable con experience if you're in a comfortable material that isn't like heavy or going to make you sweat, or and sometimes that can even look as good as the more leathery and pleather cosplays as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be like super expensive in order to look good, so to speak.
Out of all the cosplays that you've done so far, which one would you say has been your favorite?
My personal favorite is honestly Green Arrow, but I seem to get the most response from Spider-Man. A lot of the kids always want pictures, so I'm always willing to take pictures with them and whatnot.
Do you have any words of advice for those who are starting to get into the cosplay industry?
Honestly, if you really want to do it, just get into it. Don't hold back. There's no wrong way to do cosplay. That's kind of a saying among the cosplay community. Just sort of do it. Don't ever back out, and it'll help you. As you do it more, you'll get more comfortable with it, and you'll just want to do more. I know people that are doing like 20 costumes a year now, and it increases every single year. Like they started out doing 2 or 3, and then now they're doing like 10, and that's probably not the rest of the ones they're doing for the year. That's just for the foreseeable future, usually like 3 months. So yeah, just get out there and do it. Find your outlet, so to speak.
Okay. Very interesting, very motivating words. So one last question before we wrap this up. What is your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie? If I could give a plug here, one of my favorite horror comedies is Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. But that's probably not my favorite horror film. I want to say it's Darkness Falls, the one about the tooth fairy who turns evil, or got burned up in an accident, and so she hunts anyone down who sees her face because she thinks she's hideous. And yeah, it's kind of different from everything else. It's not just like a little kid that's haunted or something. It seems like a lot of horror movies tend to take that same route, and it's a little bit lazy. That and the Paranormal Activities. The first one was all right, and then the rest of them kind of just were repetitive.
Kind of the same as the other ones.
And then Friday the 13th, eventually they did so many that it just became humorous to watch. Jason get taken down and like killing all these people over and over, and you can do whatever you want to him, but he's not going to die. He might as well be a superhero. If he could, he would, but he likes killing.